Greetings, everyone. Remember about a couple weeks ago, I was speaking about the Nordics and how they affect downtown areas. We're in downtown right now in Tampa. Nice little cesspool for all of us. This is where the money changers are. I mean, as like any other downtown, it's where a lot of the business is done throughout the city. I'm going to go through a bit more detail of what I saw. So this is just a little bit of a intro. I'm going to go into more details of what I was seeing, and this is where you can pick up on your neck of the woods also. Okay, blessings. As you can see, well, whatever. See what you can. Anyway, this is where it all, the money changing, the lawyers. Obviously, you've been to one of these some at one time. But this is where the beings can control, malevolent beings, to keep you under control. This is where they come and do it. They start from downtown areas, build up their cities, disconnect you from nature. And of course, this is where this is usually, yeah. Lovely, huh? This is like where the mind control begins. Like your Fox News and CNN and all that. That's all downtown. So, you gotta start from somewhere. So it's like, it's just a ripple effect. Of course, this is all where it starts, in your downtown areas and your cities, and then it spreads out across your state, etc., etc. But what I felt was that, of course, there's other beings involved. The tall blondes are part of it. The Nordics, it's just trying to keep you under control. And this is just telling you, this is the norm. They dress up their newscasters in very expensive clothes, etc. Just to keep you under mind control as best they can. To suit it up in a way, suit up the mind control where they can, make it attractive and make you think this is all, it's all theater, basically. And of course, when you start breaking out of it, they call you crazy. We're talking about, connect more with yourself, and we're all insane. What's new, right? Would you rather be insane or part of the project? And those that are, some of the skeptics that are malevolent beings, not to say all skeptics are, but some of them have a negative intent. Those are pretty easy to pick out. And just depending on how their verbiage. And they're well aware they're under control also. They're trying to keep you under this control also. I mean, they're under it, but they want to keep you there too. As soon as you start breaking out, they call you insane. Whatever, which is fine. I think I'd rather be insane than be part of this. Of course, we're part of it, but we're not part of it. The more you open up, the more to realize that we're capable of so much more. But what I was feeling is that there's a Palladian war going on, within these buildings, this building area, wherever the money is. And you have your banks, you have your PNC, whatever. Yeah, it's a bank. I'm not too familiar with it, but you have SunTrust. That's the SunTrust building right there. That Bank of America down there. Of course, a lot of lawyers are within these banks also. Yeah, big surprise, right? That's like legalized mafia, pretty much. So, it's all about keeping you under control, and it all starts here. The reason I bring this up is like, this is where you can call this like a healing center. You release the negativity of these places. They're like sacred sites in many ways. Release the negativity that's controlling humanity. You can do it slowly, of course. Humanity is not really ready to wake up. Boy, is it not ready to wake up. It is beyond my lifetime, that's for sure. It's got a long ways to go. But those that are ready, don't let anybody stop you. Just keep expanding. If people try to stop you, it just tells you their intent. Just keep on going as far as you can go. Whatever it's No one here is, I'm not stopping you, but you realize that other beings that want to lower your vibration and put you back into this control grid. Now, of course, these buildings are to show power and that they are right. This is the right way about being part of the money system. The money system keeps a great control over you, etc. Of course, the court system is another thing that's part of the system. Most of the lawsuits are jokes, all about making money, also keeping you at a low vibration. Of course, there are others for criminal law. It's a little bit different, but even there, a lot of that's probably overkill. As for our prison system, throwing people in jail for marijuana and stuff, whatever they can do to make money off you and keep you at a low vibration. That's what it's all about. Of course, that's not always the case. There are some actual real criminals. Of course, a lot of them have badges and, just the way it is. Oh, and some of them are judges. Yeah, big surprise there, right? Yeah, actually, when I felt the tall blonde attacks, now that I'm here, like there was a war going on. I didn't quite know where. Yeah, it's around the courthouses. Yeah, my feeling is that this is where the Nordic energies are. Oh yeah, just so I'm not being fully clear, is what I'm feeling is around. This is the courthouse. What's going on is that I had a feeling about the Nordics, the malevolent Nordics, causing a lot of friction here and built this city of their negativity. It's a very low vibration. It's a bad neighborhood. All around here, even here is a bad neighborhood, so it's not a big surprise. The reason there's a lot of activity here. My feeling is it's around mostly the court areas where all the decisions are being made. Where all the judges and attorneys all get together. And it's just, this is where the magic happens. You can make your life or break it. Mostly break it, for the most part. And yeah, attorneys, I know because I work around the attorney area, so I'm aware that it is legalized mafia. And these, a lot of lives are made and broken here, so a lot of the negative energies are here to keep you at a low vibration, to keep the laws going, to keep you under the spell, to take money from you, whatever it is to keep your vibration low. I realize that many put a lot into money, so putting a lot into money, causes a lot of, money means a lot to a lot of people, and you take that away, which these places do, over nothing a lot of times. So it's a lot of negative activities around here, that's for sure. Obviously, there's also other beings, and it's not just the Nordics, but the Nordics are a big part of this town. Of course, there's New York City is another one. But the Nordics that I'm connected to, at least in a malevolent way, at least in the past, like you can say my crew or my posse or whatever you want to call them, they're one of the contributors to this low vibrational place. And what else is going on here? Obviously, there's a lot of good. I see a lot of mostly positive Weirin energies here. Obviously, angels. So there's a battle going on here constantly. Of course, the scene is crazy because we can't see it, and that's what the entities use as their advantage. Also, down the road, there's also a sports stadium. I have to say, it's there to, in some ways, it's there to keep you busy, basically. Keep you in this reality. The more you break away from this stuff, realize it's all just controls. That's all it is. Once you start letting go of all the controls, Of course, there's nothing wrong with enjoying these things, such as sports, movies, whatever it might be. But let me tell you, see it from a lot of different point of view, that's for sure. You're not as effective. You don't throw your whole life into it. Yeah, you might see it, but it's like, you know what, this is all just part of the show. It's all part of the theater. And obviously that's a little bit difficult for many to realize. Yeah, what it feels like is a lot of the Nordics, the malevolent ones, have a lot of influence among the judges. And that is where their influence is. They've been here for a long time. They built this place, so they have a generation of Nordics here. Of course, you can't see them. They're another vibration, but there is war here and there going on. There's conflict here between different races. Obviously, there's more than just Nordic and the Lyrans, but the Lyrans do seem like they're playing a pretty big role here, from what my feeling is. Seems like the Octarians keep their distance, but they're involved, but they're just at a distance, that's all. At least in a positive way, they're involved. Yeah, so, the federal courthouse, the other one's the county. As for what I'm picking up, is like, long before this place is even built. But they're aware that they're going to build a downtown area here. But I feel also a lot of Palladian energies. Now, it's not all negative. But also, underground is what I'm feeling. Actually, reptilian underground. Could be a reptilian base underground here. It's a possibility. I wouldn't doubt. Maybe a ship underground. Also, this is all crazy, but whatever. Doesn't really matter. But they knew this is going to be a hub. Now, I understand every state has their own downtown district, where a lot of the work is done to keep operations running smoothly. This is obviously one of them, but definitely a lot of conflict in these type of buildings as for courthouses. As for extraterrestrial energies, obviously human energies, but a lot of extraterrestrial activities here to right wrongs, to keep wrongs going, etc. Keep the show going. But definitely with the Lyrans, I heard they had from what I'm feeling, they have a pretty positive outlook here. I mean, yes, there's a lot of conflict here, but a lot of positivity is happening also, which is good. That wasn't always the case. There's also a scenario. I was a hypnotist I knew, 2011, she had a client who did a past life regression, and he saw himself running for office, to be a politician, and there was so much corruption he couldn't win for anything. And he just even I believe he looked himself up also. And that was pretty, not to say that's not happening now, because it is. I mean, all elections seem to be pretty well rigged, within the counties at least. Within the states, definitely. Federal is a different story, but yeah, that's still rigged also. The whole thing's it's just a big joke, basically. Just to keep, they realize that humanity can only handle so much also. I mean, imagine a lot of this negative stuff can be released if humanity was ready, but it's not ready. So it just continues on, but it's slowly cracking away. Slowly, as a new reality, as our true reality comes into more focus. And a lot of this stuff is future talk, meaning a lot of people now are going to call us all crazy. But 10, 20, 30, 50 years, 100 years from now, people will more understand it. So right now, this is all just crazy talk. Yeah, figures, right? But isn't that how it works? I mean, it might be 200 years before anyone really takes a lot of this seriously. Obviously, there's a lot more. But I'm just grazing over it right now. Yeah, there's a lot more that's going on that doesn't need to be fully connected to, but this right here is pretty major. As for the activity, as for keeping us part of the system. Obviously, there's many advertising systems also. You know, advertiser companies are within downtown districts, you know, for your iPhone, etc. You know, all these things, and understand they're part of, you can say, they're part of the matrix. They're part of the way people are thinking. To do that is to be in a downtown area. You know, of course, not all things are downtown, but you know, what is the mentality of our society? Of course, when you start breaking out of all that, none of that stuff works on you anymore. Advertising doesn't work on you. None of it works. And it becomes very difficult to relate to anything. The more you connect with yourself, your aliens, and you start seeing Nordics going around, screwing around with everyone, influencing their decisions. And people call you crazy. So yeah, it's a complicated time, but it's fascinating. I give it that. I do feel there's a lot underground here. Yes, I know sewer systems, but I'm talking extraterrestrial, even gray. Now, mostly negative. I don't think it's positive. I don't think positive does not go underground. In some cases, yes, but there is, no, not just here, but other places also. Yeah, I mean, how it's going to keep how are they going to keep the system going? They have to be involved. The downtown area seems to be where they have their little bases underground. I could be wrong, I don't think so. Of course, they're not saying anything right now. Everybody's quiet. Gee, I wonder why. I saw this from a distance, I saw this from home. I don't live near here, but I picked up on it. But it's definitely going on. Of course, this is a weekend, so not much is happening, but still, doesn't mean the characters aren't around, and they certainly are. When I started picking up on all this, I had a lot of malevolent, tall blondes around me. Not anymore. They finally gave that up, but it was quite distracting. So anyway, that is I know it's kind of scattered a little bit, but for the most part, this is what I'm picking up. Obviously, there's always more, but this seems to be, the more you disconnect from this stuff, the more humorous all this place looks. It's just, yeah, it's definitely primitive. It's got that. For anyone to understand any of this, you gotta really step out of this reality. You really do. Yeah, they got underground bases here, definitely. Interesting. So anyway, much love, everyone. Now, if you want me weirded out more, there's more to come, so blessings.